Popular business models teach economic value over human value, and in doing so, have shaped the economy and society in ways that are arguably destructive and unsustainable. Jill Kickle and Thomas Lyons explained that historically, we've wavered between relying on private actors and relying on the government to help us solve societal problems, but neither sector has been consistently successful. Well-known social entrepreneur Muhammad Yunus believes that this is a failure due to governments sometimes being inefficient, slow, prone to corruption, bureaucratic, and self-perpetuating. The authors help conclude that the systems we have traditionally depended on are failing, and societies must consider alternative solutions. A viable alternative is the social enterprise. Social enterprises are unlike businesses in many ways, but experts in the field of social entrepreneurship believe that the main difference between social entrepreneurs and the public and private sectors is their value orientation. While government officials may be more concerned with incumbency and private businesses may be more concerned with profit, social enterprises exist to solve societal problems. This emerging new business model may be pivotal in the coming years as societal problems become exacerbated by climate change, population growth, and the issues that come along with them, such as plagues, famine, and resource depletion. But what exactly is a social enterprise? There's much division among experts on the role of social enterprises. There's no single universal definition, but essentially, social entrepreneurship is the application of business practices and procedures to organizations with the mission of solving societal problems. Unlike nonprofit organizations or charities, social enterprises self-sustain by creating social value while being able to recognize and exploit business opportunities. The key themes that arise among the various definitions are value orientation, innovation, and sustainability. Together, these components create an impact that can be measured. The first defining factor of a social enterprise is value orientation, or having a goal of problem solving versus profit making. The second factor, innovation, is a new or improved product or process or combination thereof that differs significantly from the unit's previous products or processes and that have been made available to potential users or brought into use by the unit. Social entrepreneurship is the process of creating value using different or new combinations of resources. The last factor is sustainability. In order to be self-sustaining, social enterprises must account for revenue and growth. Young and Danda have determined 4 equal components for sustainability: social, economic, environmental, and cultural. The social component encompasses poverty, violence, injustice, education, public health, and labor and human rights. The economic component entails helping people and businesses meet their economic needs. The environmental component deals with protecting and restoring the earth. Lastly, the cultural component is about protecting and valuing diversity through which communities manifest their identity. Networks are also an important aspect of social enterprise. Networks help social entrepreneurs to reach particular disadvantaged target groups as well as input suppliers and competitors. Through networks, social entrepreneurs and target groups can engage in two-way or interactive learning about the group's social needs and how a social entrepreneurial venture might address them. These interactions often entail complementary collective action by these groups. 5 social enterprises in the DMV have a common value orientation. They all help address issues of food insecurity and food waste in the DMV area, where 11% of DC is considered a food desert and 14% of Baltimore households suffer from food insecurity. These 5 social enterprises are DC Central Kitchen, City Seeds as part of Humanim, Hungry Harvest, Share Our Strengths No Kid Hungry, and Fruit Cycle, now a part of Together We Bake. At Hungry Harvest, the innovation comes from being able to sell ugly produce that would otherwise be thrown away. Hungry Harvest measures its impact by the amount of produce saved from being discarded. It is self-sustaining in that it makes enough profit off of a tangible product to keep itself functioning. It is sustainable because it helps the environment it operates in. DC Central Kitchen has a mission of fighting hunger and poverty. The innovation comes from their programs to offer job training and creation for individuals with high barriers to employment. It is self-sustaining through its many intersecting internal endeavors and sustainable within 3, social, economic, and cultural, of the 4 components of sustainability as established by Young and Danda. Share Our Strength also has a mission to end hunger and poverty. Their innovation stems from taking a campaign-driven approach to solve problems of hunger and poverty. Share Our Strength's impact is measured by how many meals have been provided to children through No Kid Hungry, how many families have learned to cook and shop healthier through Cooking Matters, and how many organizations achieve their missions through Community Wealth Partners, their consulting firm. Humanim, City Seed's parent organization, has a goal of wealth building for low-income Maryland residents. It achieves this through innovative skill building and workforce placement for people with barriers to employment, as well as job creation. It also helps with small business development by creating supply chain connections that empower the local economy. It provides a mix of services to be paid for through catering for City Seeds itself, but also other products for Humanim as a whole, and free services to the community, making it sustainable. The value orientation of Together We Bake, which encompasses Fruit Cycle, revolves around helping women with barriers establish financial stability. The innovation, similar to Hungry Harvest, comes from using food waste to create revenue for training and preparing women for employment. This revenue and food waste combination make it sustainable. This relatively new business model is simple and simultaneously complex. Different organizations are attempting to tackle vast issues in ways that benefit their individual environments. Because each problem will affect different communities in a unique way, the solutions will also vary. Ultimately, though, social enterprises are making a larger contribution to their local communities by solving the most pressing problems in the areas they operate in. This level of localization is absent in corporate social responsibility and bureaucratic and time-consuming in local government. It is complicated pinning down the roles and components of social enterprises, but one thing is apparent: social enterprises are the future.